And no music.
Oh man, if you saw a picture of this, I'm telling you. It's so funny.
Okay, I'm gonna fade Sherri out and she's on. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hi. My name is Sherri. Welcome to Little Rock Athletic Club and to our yoga session. Today our intention is going to be the crown chakra, Sahasrara, right above the head. It's 1,000-petal lotus. So just imagine that it's all this energy antennas that's drawing in this spiritual energy. It's where we embrace our purest consciousness. It's this place that we move towards surrender. Well, sometimes people think surrender is about giving up, but it's really about, the yogis say, moving in a way of leaning in as much as we can to challenges in life, to anxiety, to fear, also leaning into compassion, love, enjoyment, happiness, and then just accepting whatever comes up in that moment. So one of the things that with the crown chakra that we embrace is this letting go of fear, the leap of faith. So surrender is just kind of ceasing to struggle or fight, to yield. So courage to be vulnerable. So at your house, and saying that, this courage to be vulnerable, we're going to come into like just a little bit of a handstand and L stand against the wall. So if you can find wall space, that would be great. You have the option to not even kick up or come up, but just taking again that leap of faith. So transforming any amount of fear into love. So the Sahasrara chakra, crown chakra, it's our energetic connection to this universal source of love, and we can never be separate from that. All right, so I want you to start on your back. We're going to do a type of pranayama called Dirga Swamsam, 3-part breath. So lie onto your back. It's like we're going to fill up a pitcher from the bottom to the middle to the top, and then empty it from the top to the middle to the bottom. So activate your feet, activate your hands, and inhale into your low belly, into your ribs, all the way up into your chest. Pause, and then exhale, chest, ribs, belly. So it's like filling up a pitcher. Then again, draw the breath in, low belly, ribs, upper chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, low belly. And then now let's bring some movement into it. If you're up against the wall, maybe scoot away. Inhale, stretch your arms above your head. Exhale, just hug the knees in. And now 3-part breath. Inhale, low belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, bring the knees in towards the forehead. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale, exhale, 3, 2, 1. Extend your legs out onto the earth and find yourself into tree pose on the ground. So handstand is called upside down tree. So we're going to do it on our back. So take your right foot, place it to the inside of your left leg. Extend the arms above your head, interlace the fingers, invert the palms. So just lengthen here. Activate that left foot. And then now hug the right knee into the chest. Take the outside edge of that right foot, come into happy baby pose. Inhale, extend the left arm back. Exhale, lift up that left leg, left hand, and then come into archer pose. So just opening up the hip here. Pulse for 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Come into full Ananda Balasana or happy baby pose. Just finding that bliss. So this chakra is about finding the bliss. increasing your consciousness, your awareness. Now come into that half happy baby pose on the other side. Inhale the right arm up. Lean over to the left with that left knee. Open up just for a moment. Inhale back to center. Reach with the right hand and lift up. Right heel hovers for 3, 2, 1. Happy baby pose, but then bring your feet together, bring your elbows to the inside of your knees. So we're going to go from reclining crow pose to reclining handstand. So Supta Bakasana to Supta Adho Mukha Vrikshasana. So inhale here, extend the legs out, flex the wrists like you're coming into handstand. Exhale, lift up, elbows to the inside of the knees. Just resist into your reclined crow pose. Again, inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, just a little core cultivation. 2 more. Inhale. Flex the wrist. Flex the feet. Exhale, come up. Resist to the outside of the arms. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Hug the knees into the chest. Pause here. And then come rocking up to a seated position 5 times. Just massage each and every vertebrae. Avoid going back on your neck. 2 more. Last one. And then continuing our core cultivation, scoot to the center of your mat. So we're just powering up our center. So this line of energy from the crown of the head all the way to the pelvic floor, this rainbow of energy, these chakras, this psychology. So we're just igniting our center just to help power us up when we come upside down. So palms face up, bring the feet apart, hands on the knees, seated cat and cow. Inhale. Exhale, lean back. Again, inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Good. Walk the feet together. Make a little tiny package with your hands. So just like a little prayer here, elbows out. So Russian twist. Ground the feet. Inhale here. Exhale to the right, to the left. Keep going. So just like you're just pounding onto the earth, releasing what doesn't serve you, just letting it go, surrendering it. Let go, let the divine. Keep going. You can slow it down if you want to or speed it up. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Lean back just a little bit. Reach out. Come to your heels. Bent knee Davasana. Start lowering to your low boat. Interlace those fingers, that tiny package, and come to the right, the left, the right, the left. Smile. It makes it easier. Left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come rocking back up into your boat. Power it up. You can always set your feet down and rest here. Find that package again and to the right. Keep going. Russian twist. Feeling it in the side for 4, 3, 2, 1. Set your feet down. Ground your fingertips towards your buttocks. Lift up, stretch it up. Drop the head back. Open up your jaw. Stick out your tongue. And then come all the way up. Walk up to your mountain pose, Tadasana. Coming into our sun salutations, Surya Namaskar. So interlace those fingers again. Extend the arms up. Feet about hip width apart. Sundial pose. So just honoring that power in our belly, in our center, that Surya, that sun. And then we're going to go to the left and swing around. And again, bend the knees left and swing around. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Invert the palms. Lengthen that line of energy along your spine. Place the hands back into that little power mudra and go to the other way. Or actually right. Or opposite of what you just did. 2 more. Good. Inhale, reach up. Slide the right hand down, just stretching out that side body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Bring the left hand down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Place your hands on your shins. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back into a high lunge. Walk the left foot over to the left. Extend the arms back. Let the chest just rest on that left thigh. And then come up into Crescent Lunge. Inhale. Good. Reach up. You can always lower down your knee if that helps with your balance, or keep it up. So just kind of balancing that sun and moon energy. Hands to your heart center. Release down. Find your way into Plank Asana. Come forward and down all the way to your belly. Extend your arms back behind you. Ground your palms. Inhale, lift up your heart and chest. Now your feet, now your hands. Place your hands down onto the earth. Come to your forearms. Come into your forearm plank. Press into your downward facing dog. Bend one knee and then the other knee. Walking your dog. Good. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Stay here or flip it out. Ball the left foot down. Outside edge of the right foot, lifting that left arm up. So finding the heart here. Hand to your heart, open up to the ceiling. Extend that left arm back up. Bring it down. Bring the left knee to the nose and extend that left foot way out to the right, kind of almost parallel to the right hand. Inhale, lift up the right arm. Counter pose here. From rock star into our counter pose. Set it down. Step back into your downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend the knee, open up the hip. And then grazing that right foot behind the left knee, lift the right arm up. Place the right hand on the heart, open up. They're focused on the crown chakra, but we're really opening up this line of energy from the root to the second chakra, creativity, to the third, power, to the heart, communicating to our whole body through that divine intuition. And then now, bring the right hand down, countering it, bringing it all the way up to the crown, surrendering, letting go. Just coming into that equanimity of life. And then release it down. Right leg extends up and bring it forward. High lunge. See that your feet are about hip width apart. Remember, you can lower this left knee down. Extend the arms back. So like you're going to look over and find that leap of faith. Diving over maybe a diving board, an edge, a cliff, a rock climber. And then now bring the arms up. Good. Sink into that right knee. Beautiful. Hands go to your heart. Let them frame that right foot. Step back into your plank asana. Lower down, knees, chest, chin. And we're letting go of that fear. So we're going to do 3 cobras. And we're going to inhale love. So come up into a low cobra. Let your hands come up. Let your feet come up. Inhale love. Exhale love. Now keep your hands grounded. Inhale, come up into a medium cobra. Love. Inhale love here. Exhale love. And then now we're going to come into a high cobra. Inhale, big heart opener, big amount of love coming out. Squeeze the elbows in like you're hugging yourself. And then exhale, love. Let it go. Good. Inhale to all fours. Exhale, embryo. So bring your forehead down, your arms behind you. Interlace the fingers. Lengthen them to the tailbone, lift them up. Releasing the hands, extend them out in front of you. Come up on your fingertips like an active child's pose. Round your back. Ground your hands. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Turn your feet out. We're going to come into a Malasana. So you just come down to your edge. If it's right here, elbows to the knees, that's fine. If you can come all the way down, pressing the elbows into the inner knees. If there's a block you have at home or a book you want to sit on. So just opening up that second chakra here. Find that creativity. Find the love. So we have the heart, which is the center. It's directing the upper chakras, the lower chakras. And the crown, it's just like this antenna of 1,000 petals, just drawing the spiritual energy in. What a beautiful rainbow of energy. And then releasing the hands, parallel the feet, walk back out into your downward dog, and we're just going to do a little experiment to get to the top of the mat. So inhale, lift up the right leg. Toes are pointing down. Bring the knee into the nose, set the foot on the ground, and lift up the left leg. So the legs are in an L, left toes pointing down. Shoulders come over the wrist. And then just really come up on the ball of that right foot. So it's kind of like we're prepping for handstand here. And handstand, the bones stack, kind of like a flagpole. And then set the left foot down. Bring the right foot to meet the left. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, bring it up towards the nose. And then set the left foot to the middle of the mat and come up into like a standing split. Right leg up. Good. And then come forward, stacking the shoulders over the wrist. Come up on the ball of the foot, almost like you could lift it up. And then set it down. Beautiful. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring it all the way through, that high lunge. All right, so we're going to kind of go back to that sun salutation with a standing pose flow here. And so bring your hands to your heart. And then come forward and back. Forward and back. And then now come forward a little more. So you're still in the ball of that left foot. Slightly bend that right knee and lift up the left leg to warrior 3. Hands remain at the heart center. Breathe in love. Exhale, love. And then now you're going to come up very gingerly. You're going to hug the left knee into the chest. You're going to open up that knee. And you're going to place it to the calf or the inside of the thigh. I'm going to go to my calf today. Not on your knee joint, though. Too much pressure. And now you're going to let this tree of life grow. Reaching the hands up. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Focusing on one thing, letting the roots be this foot, which our roots are going to be our hands in a moment. Hands back to your heart. Travel back through warrior 3. Extend the leg back. Toes are pointing down. Release the hands, come into your standing split. Just fold over that right leg. Set the left foot down, back into that high lunge. Ground the left hand. Inhale that right arm up into a twist. Circle the wrist. And then like this thumb is a rudder, bring it forward and back. So just kind of flossing that shoulder, digging it down 2 and 3. Bring it up, release it down, come into plank. So we did 3 cobras. So you can always lower to your belly, come up into cobra, one of those cobras, or come forward, bend the elbows, chaturanga, push into upward facing dog, up dog. So you're pushing the heart up. Good. Top of the feet on the mat, thighs up. And then now, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Walk the hands back to the feet for a moment. Slide the fingers under the feet. Toes go to the wrist. Hang out here, counter pose for the wrist for a moment. And recapture the breath. Inhaling, exhaling. So moving towards that handstand. Just an invitation to change your zip code. Sometimes it's nice. Walk back out to downward dog just to make a change of zip code, figuratively, maybe not literally. Find that leap of faith. Good. Inhale, lift up the left leg. Exhale, bring it through. Find that high lunge again. So feet are hip width apart. Hands to your heart. Crescent lunge. Hinge. Come up on the ball of the right foot. Slight bend in that left knee. Warrior three. Good. Whoa. If you fall off center, just an opportunity to get back on the path. And then now, very gingerly hugging that right knee in, focusing on one thing in front of you, your dristi. Turn the foot out, find your tree pose, Rikshasana, hands to the heart, and let the tree of life grow up towards the sun, Suya. Reaching up. Finding the crown chakra mudra on this side, fingertips together, making these spiritual antennas, tapping into crown chakra 101, changing the radio station. Hands back to your heart, going back through warrior three. Whoa. And then come all the way down. And then if you just fall out of it, just laugh at yourself. It's fun. Yes. Right hand down. Inhale the left arm up. Circle the wrist. And then now the rudder. 3 sweeps. 2 and 1. Very good. Set it down. Step back. Make your way back to your wall. So find your wall space and come to a downward facing dog against the wall. So we didn't do standing splits on this side. So we're going to do it against the wall. So you're going to walk up and then walk your hands back, folding towards that right leg. So a little different than when we did on the first side. Walking back, come back down, try it on the right leg. Walking back. Good. And then come out of that, come to your knees. So you may just want to do that, standing splits. Option 2 is we're going to come into like an L, like a half forward fold. So you're going to come into your downward facing dog, heels against the earth. Root into the hands. So the hands are now our roots, just like in tree pose, the feet being the roots. And you're going to walk your feet up your wall, toes pointing down. Inner thighs, shins are going in, inner thighs are going back. Ground into the left foot and lift the right foot up. So kind of like where we were in Warrior 3. You can stack shoulders over the wrist and then come back. Set it down. Try the other leg. Toes pointing down, shins in, inner thighs back. Come up, stack. Come back. Bring it down. Come down to your knees or a seat. Interlace the fingers. Nice. A leap of faith. That was awesome. Roll the wrist. Little wrist love. So we won't kick up. If you have an opportunity, maybe the next class we'll try kicking up at some point. Just make sure you remove pictures, clocks, things that could fall off your wall. Good. Press the palms forward, bring the hands up, inhale. And then release, hands to the heart. Come to a seat. And we're going to come into bridge pose. So just lengthening our abdominals, our side waist. Just bringing all that energy back to the heart center. Tuck your shoulders underneath you. Let your fingers graze the back of your heels. And then lift the hips up. Interlace the fingers underneath your back. Pause here for a moment. Just enjoying the fruits of your practice so far. So, yoga is about being able to embrace change. There's a lot of things we can't change in life, but we certainly have the ability to change perspectives in our mind, change our mind about things. That's a great skill to have, not to be stuck emotionally, physically, energetically. And then release down. Hug the knees into the chest. Just a very simple twist. So cactus the arms, flex the feet. Inhale here, exhale both knees to the left. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee and just gaze over that right shoulder. And then close your eyes. A little more breaths. And then inhale back to center. Exhale both knees to the right. Try to keep that left shoulder down. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Just looking over towards that left side. And then closing the eyes, melting down. Preparing yourself for Shavasana. It's our final ability to embrace that surrender. To transform, change fear. Because we certainly are in an atmosphere that promotes some fear. So you have the power, the ability, no matter what happens, to embrace love. Come back to center. Hugging the knees into the chest, bringing the forehead to the knees, just curling into a ball of white light. So the beautiful color of this chakra, sometimes they call it purple. But today we're going to say white. Bring the soles of your feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana. One hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Just about a minute Shavasana. We're going to say the color white because moving up that line of energy, the red chakra, or the first chakra is red, Muladhara, our roots. The crown chakra is white. You mix those two colors together, you have pink. So that left hand embracing that beautiful healing color of pink. Let go, let the divine. Slowly make your way over to your right side. Just come into a fetal position. Just taking this moment to honor yourself, to honor this ability to surrender. It's called Ishvara Pradhanana in yoga. And there's an ancient Swami, his name is Chitananda, and he says, ultimately there's nothing I can tell you about surrender except having nothing and wanting nothing. Not keeping score, not trying to be richer, not afraid of losing, not being afraid of losing, not being particularly interested in our personalities, but choosing to be happy no matter what happens to us. These are some of the clues. The rest we learn with practice and grace. So come up to a seated position if you haven't already, bringing your hands to your third eye. And we'll end class with one beautiful Inhale. Om. Hands to your heart center. Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. Have a beautiful evening.